Hi, I'm Dr. Mache Seibel, editor of My Menopause magazine. I've just come back from the annual meeting of the American Society for Reproductive Medicine right here in Boston, Massachusetts. I took that opportunity to interview a number of my colleagues from around the world on their latest research. Here's one of those videos now. Let me begin by saying we're here at the annual meeting of the American Society for Reproductive Medicine, and I am talking with someone I just heard give a wonderful discussion on nutrition and reproduction. And I wonder if you could just state your name.
Yes, Diane Shepperson-Mills.
And you are?
I am the director of the Endometriosis and Fertility Clinic in London, in the UK, and I also chair the charity Endometriosis She Trust UK.
Now, we've been hearing a lot at this meeting about women who get older having a tough time of it trying to have a baby, and I've in fact interviewed several doctors about techniques for extending fertility in and beyond even menopause. But you have some natural approaches that might be helpful for women over 35, certainly over 40,
Yes.
to help them when they want to have a baby. I wonder if you could share some of your thoughts
Well,
now.
certainly. I mean, I found with looking at my statistics that I have a 52% fertility rate in women between 35 and 47. And although we say, I always get a bit cross because we say they've waited till then, they've waited till it's too late to get pregnant, but the women with endometriosis and polycystic ovaries may have been trying for 8 to 12 years to get pregnant and nothing's happened. So you have, you know, different groups. The women who've had a career and worked hard and waited to get pregnant, but maybe they've also been trying quietly to get pregnant and nothing's happened.
Well, what are you telling these women to really help them at
Well,
a time when everyone says forget about it?
Yes, exactly. Because at 52, the research at ASRM shows you still have 2,000 eggs in your ovary, and we only need one. So I'm looking at a female hormone profile. Their FSH should be around 9 or 10.
So a normal level of follicle-stimulating hormone, a hormone produced by the pituitary gland.
Yes, should be around 9 or 10. If it's above 12, they don't like to do IVF. But I've had women where they've gone into perimenopause, which takes 7 years, and their FSH is around 40, sometimes 70, and with good nutrition, eating healthy food like the fish oils, the green leafy vegetables, the nuts and seeds, the oily fish, the fruit.
How many times a day?
Well, I do, for the women, I ask them to have a little bit of protein at every meal. So if it's just 6 almonds for breakfast or some seeds on their cereal.
So it doesn't have to be a Big Mac to be protein.
No,
it can just be 6 almonds and you're getting some protein.
Yes, absolutely. Or peas or lentils or beans, a bean salad with a jacket potato or with their lettuce. You know, so it's not arduous, it's just having a little bit of protein each meal, lean meat, fish, eggs, omelette, frittata, hard-boiled egg salad, nuts and seeds, peas, beans and lentils, and some dairy food.
So that would be in the form of, say, an ounce of cheese, or how much cheese would you have?
Yes, 1 or 2 ounces of cheese. You don't have to go overboard. In fact, some of the research is showing that too much protein can be as detrimental as too little. So it's the Goldilocks principle, just, you know,
Just
in
right.
moderate, but just right.
So what about the things that they should do without? You see women, they've been eating something, so what do you tell them? Cut that out of your diet.
Reduce coffee if you're having too much. Some people have a pharmacological dose of coffee, so keep it to 1 cup a day, and, you know, don't have chocolate every day, please. Save it and have like a chocolate fondue at the weekend, dipping your strawberries and raspberries into it.
And is a high percent cacao chocolate better than, say, a Milky Way?
Oh yes, definitely. You want the dark chocolate, the 70 or 80% chocolate. That would be best. And then have a red and a green vegetable at your lunch and a red and a green vegetable at your dinner. That way we know you're getting at least 4 portions of vegetables and a couple of fruits a day. And in fact, the new Canadian research is saying 8 or 10 vegetables a day. And if you look at the Japanese, the way they eat with lots of little bowls, they do take in a lot more different foods than we do, because we all tend to get stuck in a rut and have the same meal. We're rushing, we rush home, we've got that, and we eat that particular food, have an omelette on a Monday or a roast chicken on a Sunday. But try and vary your diet. Try on a Saturday and Sunday to be adventurous and have a different food, a different meal that you're getting used to.
So what you're saying is that if women can really cut out the cigarettes, cut out the caffeine at least more than a cup a day, and if they can incorporate modest amounts but consistent amounts of protein and daily amounts of 4 servings of vegetables, a red and a green one, add in 2 fruits a day if you can, that this transition from whatever it is they were eating into, quote, a healthier, more Mediterranean-style diet, maybe a handful of nuts, 8 almonds or what have you, can actually lower the FSH level that's the marker of poor fertility.
I've just had this in the last month. I was working with a lady in London, and she was told she'd gone into menopause, and her FSH was 42. And I worked with her over 2 months, and we've got it back down to 12. By simply diet and a few supplements like fish oils, acidophilus, that will help, and eating the proteins and eating the right nutrients. Nutrient dense food. Forget the calories. We're on to food that has nutrients in it. We want the healthy food that are going to give you a broad spectrum of nutrients. Because if you're eating a very narrow diet, day in, day out, week in, week out, you're not taking in all the nutrients your ovaries and your pituitary and your womb need. You know, you need periods to be red, healthy, oxygenated, nutrient-rich blood. If your periods are brown, sludgy blood, black, tarry blood, your nutrition's not good. If you're getting clots, the research on clots with menstrual blood is saying that you're not having enough of the right sort of oils, the cis fatty acids in the oily fish, the nuts and seeds, the green leafy vegetables.
Well, what you're saying is what was said long ago: let your food be your medicine and your medicine your food.
Yes, Hippocrates.
Hippocrates it was, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed.